What's up guys, the Bobcat here, and welcome back to Dark Souls 2, Scholar of the First Sin. Well, last time we ended off in Huntsman's Corpse, and now we're just going to continue through Huntsman's Corpse. So, where do we want to go? We can head over to that way, which we're going to have to head over to regardless, or we can head over the bridge and head over to the arena type area. Hello. I think, I don't know if the arena has anything particularly useful we want. Well, there is something I want from there, but I need to put it into New Game Plus with the bonfire aesthetic before I can get what I want out of the arena, so there's that. What else could we do? Well, we're going to have to go towards the Gurm passageways regardless, so we'll head there eventually as well. It's difficult to decide. We'll pull this now since that guy's running around. Usually he drops down if you pull this lever. And this lever should drop the bridge as well. There it goes. So, which way oh god! What? Where did you come from? Well, he didn't hit us, so that's fine. I'm tempted to go across to there. We won't though, we will wait on that. We'll probably fight the boss of this area, then go to the little optional area. Anyway, in here there's a bonfire, and also a man. Can't open the gate, we don't have the key. So I'll have to go and get that. Now there's two ways to go here. This way leads to a cave full of undead with necromancers, and this way doesn't. So, we'll go this way. However, this way there is a very precarious cliff, so let's try not to fall off, shall we? We can get into the cave via a different way. I suppose you can call it a slight shortcut, especially after you clear the area out. And that was just shameful. Got all of those archers as well. Proper life gem while we're running. Keep ourselves topped up. There should be another one around here as well. Get rid of you, causing problems. Now, we're gonna head up here first, I think. If I'm not mistaken, there should be a crystal lizard at the top of here. No, but oh, this is where she invades now. Merciless Rowena, I think that's how you say it. She usually invades down below, but apparently she's changed her locations, which is fine by me. Ooh. Well, thankfully we don't do too much damage, and she seems to take a little bit more than we do. Oh. What's she doing? You better not be trying to heal. And backstabbed her. I was going to try parrying, but I decided not to. Priestess's gloves. What are they? Have I seen this before? Oh, human effigy. Gloves worn by Drang Lake clerics. The clerics of Drang Lake retained their nominal stature through the ages, but they were always at arm's length from the royal family, as if their existence was little more than a formality. It is customary for clerics to wear different garbs depending on their sex, but the reason for this practice is unknown. These are women's gloves. So apparently she drops those. I'm trying to remember where you usually get that set from. I don't remember. Ooh, the undead lockaway key. Apparently there's no crystal lizard up here now. Oh god. I wonder what that noise was at first. I thought it was a crystal lizard. Turns out it was a moth. Well, I'm glad we came up here, because otherwise that would be horrible to deal with. Probably want to jump down there and get that. That way there's less reason to jump over there, I think. So I suppose we'll hop off the cliff just here. Don't miss the jump. God damn it. One of the reasons I really hate ledges, because you always slide off at a diagonal angle. Perhaps just spun round in the air. Oh well. Gravity's annoying, as are ledges. And we're right back here now as well. Well, good news is we got the undead lockaway key, so I suppose that's something. And we can probably just run back. I think we'll probably be fine. avoid dealing with all these stupid hollows. What did he drop? A life gem. How kind of him. And there's that weird sprinting one who's running around all the time. That's him for a backstab there, but obviously didn't get it. Oh wow, that was stamina. Okay, stamina, come on back. Man, I think we need to increase our stamina. It's a bit low, I feel. It's taking a lot of stamina just to do rolls and swings, which is less than ideal. Well, let's head across this bridge. That guy's still running around. I don't care about him, I'm leaving him alone. He can go run around as much as he wants. However, these two aren't going to leave me alone, so dispose of them. Is he coming as well? Oh, Archer. But we're not letting him live. There we go. Now then, we got the undead lock away, so we can open up this room now, where the NPC was. So let's do that. We'll also light the bonfire and maybe rest it. Anyway, let's speak to this guy.
Who are you? I thought you were that bastard for a moment. You've set me free. Now I can find him. The cheeky prick. He won't know what hit him. I am Creighton of Mirror. I travel from land to land to hone my blade. I've heard this land was full of danger. I thought it would suit me perfectly. I joined forces with a man on the way, but he was no more than a backstabbing knave. He took the first chance he had to try and off me. I decided to set a trap for him here. But then I got trapped myself. I can't believe that I was so dense. Thank the stars that you came along. You be careful of him. Pate, I think he said. He wears this rather unusual ring. You'll know it when you see it. I've seen his type before. He kills entirely for the pleasure of it. I'm sure I won't be his last victim. The man's better off dead, I tell ya. He's a slick talker, so don't let him fool ya. Pate, the man with a strange ring. Watch out for the slimy rat. And don't you believe a word he says. I'll find a common footbed and put an end to his roguery. Pate, and
So that was Creighton, if I'm not mistaken. Creighton? I wasn't paying attention, I was messing around with my computer. Anyway, let's light this bonfire and rest. He should disappear. We'll meet him again a bit later on. And then we'll finish off his little story quest chain thing. Yeah, him and Pate, as you can tell, don't get along. As you might imagine. Again, we'll see the conclusion to that a bit later. We'll see the conclusion of that actually when we go through that area with the statue lady, which I was going to go through but decided not to, and head this way instead. But yeah, we'll see that later. So, heading back up here, our shells should be up here somewhere. There they are. Thankfully there's no enemies up here, so it makes it easier to get them. There is that guy. I want to make sure I remember him. I imagine he's going to cause some problems later on. Now then, can I do this? God damn it, again. I'm going to be back where I land on that ledge, because this is just getting annoying now. I'm not going to give up, I'm going to land on that ledge. Finally! God, that was annoying. I pretty much did it on the next try, but damn. Took us Ooh, a flamberge. We already have one of those. We do not. We got distracted all of a sudden. The great sword with an undulling blade. Is it the same as this one? Yeah, it's very similar. Flamberge, literally meaning flame blade, but it is also bears a certain creature's likeness. I think I read that correctly. Well, it's very similar. In fact, it's slightly less strength requirements than the Royal Greatsword. Interesting. Well, let's become human again. I don't want to look at my disgusting green face when we are hollowed. Well, not hollowed. Undead. Okay, these guys wait for an ambush. Oh, he just ran off the ledge. Well, if he's going to jump off the cliff, that's fine by me. Yeah, like, excuse me for doing that. What is this? Flame butterfly. Get rid of him as well. And you. Rather not have some sneaky guy stab me in the back. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I don't know if it's this bridge, but I think one of these bridges does collapse. I might be mistaken. Listen carefully. No, this one doesn't. But this one has skeletons in it. Now, the skeletons themselves aren't too tough, I suppose. Problem is, they don't die because of the guy around this corner. Yeah, him. He needs to go. And then they'll die. He's a necromancer. He respawns skeletons. And I did not realise how high my curse was going up. Good God. That's due to this little thing here. Cursed vases. Or vases. Annoying. And kind of dangerous, really. Now, where is the others? No more skeletons? It's fine by me. Does this way lead out to here? It does. Don't know where he's going. Whatever, I don't care enough to actually go and chase him. What I wouldn't mind doing though is going back here and lighting a torch. Why? Because I want to light up this cave. That's literally the only reason. Oh hello, where did you come from? Well, wherever he was, he's dead now. Or wherever he came from, I should say. What's this? Ooh, a magic mace. Is it actually an item, or is it a just a mace that's magical? It's just a mace that's magical. I'm not going to look at it. I doubt it'll have any interesting description. It might do. So I suppose I will. Nah, it's just a mace. Just happens to have the magic scaling put on it. Now, I don't think we can get through here until we get to the other side where there is a lever. Yeah. So we'll have to go and grab that lever. Or go around until we can unlock the door. Yeah, for some reason the skeletons ragdoll like this. I don't know why. Looks hilarious though. Ooh. God damn it. 3 times already in one episode. Or part. Oh. Good God. As I mentioned earlier, gravity is the bane of my existence. I just can't stay on ledges. I always end up falling off. Now that cursed urn is back. Well, thankfully it's not going to take us too long to get there. There we go. I think that necromancer, is he dead for good? Yeah, he is. Good, that's one less thing to deal with. You can also get rid of this urn. And gather up our souls again, we'll become human. Not fall off a ledge this time. Oh, gravity, how I hate you so. Well, regardless, we'll have to press on. Doesn't exactly cause a huge problem, but falling off ledges is less than ideal. Oh my God, the whiffing is real. Well, just keep going. As you can see, that ledge is broken. Oh, there's a necromancer there. That's less than ideal. I think we're going to do that. Well, we're going to have to run down, or run round, I should say, and deal with him. Yeah, those spells are home for a pretty dangerous distance. This is the boss as well. Who's this? Fury of the Woods. That is definitely a player. What's in here? This is the other side of the gate. Thankfully, there's no necromancer's not in the middle like he used to be. Now here. Be gone. What else? There's you. Oh, is that a crystallizm, see? I think it is. That undead was wearing a crown. Come here, you little devil. What do you give us? Ooh, a lot of Titanite. Very nice. Do love a decent amount of Titanite. Always nice to have upgrade materials. And this is Flash Shard. And who are you? Oh, Crichton the Warrior. Or Wanderer even. You can summon him. I will. Usually I don't think you can summon him. Unless I have just missed this summon sign in the past. But in any case, we're gonna have him along. Is he gonna do an emote? No, apparently he's not gonna do a gesture. Now, what I would like to do is get that item. I'm terrified of the jump. But I think I'm gonna risk it. I should be able to do it if I go at the right angle. See how many times we could die to gravity. Crichton, you're gonna have to move, mate. Thank you. And lacerating arrows times 40, 1 human energy and 3 prism stones. Oh, nice. We'll just try the same way I got here from. There we go. That wasn't too bad. I really wish I had the editing skills and software to be able to put in a death counter, so it will have deaths via enemies and deaths via gravity. We'll see which one wins by the end of the game. I'd really like to do that. Anyway, let's fight the boss. I don't imagine it's changed. Oh, still the skeleton lords. All 3 of them. So each one of these guys does something slightly different, or has a slightly different weapon. Still probably careful. And when you kill one, it will summon skeletons to fight. So now that he's dead, he's going to explode, or disintegrate into flames. And he's going to summon a bunch of skeletons to fight for him now. Join the fight, I should say. The sooner we get rid of them, the better, really. Yeah, I'm not liking the homing on that attack of his. Don't do that. Oh my god, there's a lot of skeletons. Usually there's like 5? Now there's an absurd number. Keep popping gemstones. Or life gems even, not gemstones. Too much Diablo. That will be a... Well, Crichton looks like he's doing just fine. Thankfully we've got these guys in a nice, easy position to get rid of. Lost. Now what worries me, I think, is either this guy or the guy with the flame. Because when he dies, the worst enemy will be summoned. These guys look to be the armoured variety. So, not the worst ones. The worst ones are yet to come. They die, or they come when he dies. And you'll see why they're the worst ones in a minute. We're all waiting, we'll just grab this. Oh, foot sword shield, nice. Okay, here we go. Here's the worst ones. These ones we are going to want to kill as quickly as possible. They are bone wheel skeletons. The absolute worst enemy. Thankfully there's only 2 of them apparently. Well, that wasn't so bad. Now we've got the Skeleton Lords, so if I'm not mistaken, it used to be that there would be 5 of each enemy, or 5 or 6, so as you might imagine the bone wheel ones were quite unpleasant to deal with. I'm not sure if killing the Skeleton Lords in any different way, in a different order, gives a different enemy summon. But I think the one with the big bone staff and the shooting fireballs is the one which summons the bone wheel skeletons. I might be mistaken, so take it with a grain of salt, I suppose. Now, we need to find a bonfire because our weapon is badly damaged, and I would rather it not be so badly damaged. If it breaks, then it's a trip back to Majula to repair it. Now this is the, yes it is Earthen Ring Peak. And the most pointless ladder in existence. So now we have arrived at Earthen Ring Peak. Or Harvest Valley even. Earthen Ring Peak is the next area. I would like to jump in here quickly, try and get through the poison. Head to toe. I like the bonfire and rest. The poison pool. Then we'll talk to that NPC and get her to go back to Majula. This is why poison moss is quite useful, by the way, for this specific area. Anyway, let's talk to her.
Are you a traveller? I'm Chloanne, an ore stone trader. I travel about collecting rare stones, which I sell to make my living. I never planned to visit this God's forsaken place. But I don't know. I just sort of ended up here. I must have just wandered in. But now that I'm here, I've been scouting around for rare bits. Oh, don't look at me like that. Many of these stones are quite useful. For instance, certain stones are used in smithing. Ah, now your ears prick up. I've extras if you can pay. This is my trade, after all.
I think her dialogue has changed a bit. Well, she sells to Miracles, Solar Appease, and Dead Again. I don't know what either one of these do. Inflict heavy damage on mindless hollows, and causes bodies to explode. And she also sells Titanite shards and bonfire ascetics. As we go through the game, her stock will increase. Let's keep talking though.
I came here in search of rare stones, but the place is nothing like I was told. All this poison, and you can't get very far inside. Don't just go haplessly wandering about. These stones may look all the same, but to the trained eye, each is unique. Some of them are used to smith weapons and armor, and some unique stones provide special benefits. Some of them are extremely rare and should be used with great thrift. None of the differences are easily spotted, but I've learned quite a lot, really. Drang Lake. How is it that I ended up here? It's funny. I can't seem to remember. I've searched every nook and cranny here. I suppose it's time to move on. Perhaps we'll meet again, if we live that long. I've searched
So
I
she will
suppose
head
it's about
to
time I moved shop.
she will head to Majula now. So you can buy stuff from her there as well. We have actually missed some of Lenigrast dialogue. Oh, this has changed a bit. I don't know what those type of things are doing, but they didn't used to be there. I suppose I'll grab up some of the items. Obviously I want to clear this area out, but I think for now I wouldn't mind heading back to Majula and from there coming back to Harvest Valley and clearing it out a bit. Let's head back to Majula. And if I'm not mistaken, some of the people should have some more dialogue now. I know Lenigrast will. I think Kale also has something else to say. If I'm not mistaken. Oh, here she is.
Oh, fancy meeting you here. Speak up if you need anything at all, alright? These stones may none of... You know how they call this place Drang Lake, right? Well, in the old lore, in stories and the like, they said it had another name. What was it? Well, I don't know. It's just something I heard. Since long, long ago, many kingdoms have risen and fallen on this very spot, each like a great flame that turns to soot. Maybe that's why people don't remember much about the past. You see that blacksmith over there? Is he one of those hollows? He seems to keep eyeing me up. He sort of looks like my father. He's a blacksmith too, you see. The poor man's such a worrywart. But he wouldn't follow me out here, would he? I was born in a land to the west, Volgan, famous for its merchants. They were great, bustling cities. But for me, they were suffocating. And so I set out, in search of stones in faraway lands. There are dangers, for certain, but I much prefer to live this way. But for the life of me, I can't remember how I ended up here. It's as if I were drawn to the place, or lured in. Oh, I don't know. These stones, none of the...
I think that's all her dialogue for the time being.
You know how they... What? Since each, maybe?
Yeah, she got anything new? Nah.
No
Didn't
interest.
think so. Didn't think so.
See yourself.
Let's speak with Lenigrast a bit.
Oh, I'd given you. How goes your journey? Take these. They should help a bit.
I think that happens after spending a certain amount of souls with him.
Drat. You're worse than my reckless daughter. Don't spend your whole life in transit, you hear? You'll need souls to repair and improve equipment. I know only of smithing, but souls have many other uses as well. Don't waste your souls on useless trinkets. Think before you spend. My witless daughter finally came home. Just as oblivious as she's always been. Well, at least now I can keep an eye on her. Stones? You might be surprised. Drat. Don't...
So, Chloanne is apparently Lenigrast's daughter, as you may have gathered from the conversations we just had. So yeah, there's that. Now then, let's upgrade this a little bit. In fact, we can upgrade it even more. We do want to be using the greatsword eventually. In regards to armour, we have no shards, so we can't.
I'll be around.
Let's quickly go speak with Kale. We've got a minute left. I believe it's Kale you have to speak to. He will talk to you about Crichton. Or Creighton, not Crichton. Crichton's from Red Dwarf, for all of you who have seen that TV series. Let's quickly go and speak with him. We've got about 30 seconds left.
Ah, yes. There is something I wanted to tell you. I was born in the land of Mira. Mira is also the home of an infamous killer, a knight in name alone. He was locked in the dungeon for multiple murders, but shortly before his execution, he managed to escape. And the other day, I saw a fellow with a striking likeness, and then... Wait. Well, I think he looked rather similar. No, it's true. I saw just such a man, I swear. I believe his name was... Cray something. I believe. They shared some resemblance, I think.
So he's worried about Creighton. Anyway, I'm going to have to end the part here. Hope you all have enjoyed, and I'll see you all next time.